Hi, this is Ronan Collins, and this is my presentation of Assignment 1. I chose the 8 puzzle. I'm going to go ahead and show you the GUI, and then I'll walk you through the code. So for the 8 puzzle, this is the initial state. Let's say I just randomize this for a bit. That's good. And then I can go to File, and I can activate the Start Solver, and this will generate the status down at the bottom. So for the status, I have the current state of the puzzle, where it lets me know that this is showing properly 413-413-068-275, and the next solver initiated Astar and provided me with the solution down here. So in order to follow the Astar most optimum path, you just click the next button. So 2, 7, 5, that's not 5, that's fine. So Astar recalculated 2, 4, 1, 2, 6, 5, 8, 6, 5, and 8. That is a demo of the Astar solver for this 8 puzzle. Now for the code. Okay, so I used the WX widget as the GUI application. Let's go ahead and stop that here. Which uses the my class and a C frame and a onInitialize to initialize the frame. CMain contains this is my header folder, which is commented for easy to understand. Most of this is just creating the windows and the menus and the status bars and my mouse click events. CMain, my header file for my code, the event table which tells which method to run. Here I generate my buttons from setting up the grid, setting up the buttons, assigning the current the numbers that you saw on the status bar into each individual button. My individual menus or my individual methods, this would reset the game to a brand new state and generate essentially new number swaps in order to randomize the initial state. On new game calls reset and updates the label on each of the buttons to match the new state of the game. Update status bar. Simply this just outputs the information that you saw at the status. This one here will output the current state of the game, while the other one down here will generate the Astar solution for the next button. On event button, this will trigger the event table, which will tell which method to run. This is my solution in order to ensure that I remain within the array bounds and I don't try to access something that is illegal. If I am accessing a valid location, this is my every time a button is clicked operation. Correctly sets the proper button to enable, updates the label to swap the label between the previous button and the current button being clicked, and update the status bars. If done, print out a cool new message that the game is over. Once the solver is engaged, this will allow the status bars to be visible in order to see the solution, essentially, and then update the state, the solved state into the status bar. On menu, exit. And then Astar. Astar, I just use with the most common method of setting it up, using a structure for the node, The constructor will take in the current state of the game, and that's why you saw it live being updated, because I was running a new algorithm for each click, because if you make a mistake, you can find a better solution from your current location instead of try to backtrack to where you're supposed to be. Solution builder. This will, once the solution has been found, this will actually this one here is just figuring out which location of the empty. So this is being generated every time Astar has, let me backtrack. So as Astar has solved the algorithm and it's backtracking to the parent, it's recording where the empty location is, and I'm doing some logic on the back end to figure out which button was pressed. Defaults set up for a new node in order to run Astar. This is what calculates the heuristics between the initial state and the final state. This is a different method of making sure that I am not trying to access an illegal address in the array. Solution trace. This is what triggers that previous method in which it records the empty location. This is the heavy lifting for the solving method, which I used the priority queue in order to ensure that Astar is working. It's picking the correct nodes. As long as priority queue is not empty, or if there is some kind of issue to prevent an infinite loop, I did put a cap in order to prevent bad things from happening. And this is just the mechanics of getting Astar to output the proper information and cycle through each node based on the calculation cost. That is pretty much it. I'll submit my PDF along with this video. Thanks.